Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Hide all my wires. Oh no, the camera froze. That shouldn't be. Hi. 1 second here. There we go. Oh no, I don't have my hat. There we go. There we go. That wasn't even the shirt I was wearing today. Was that a, let me scroll back in the stream. What was I wearing? What was that? Yeah, that was from, yeah, that was, for some reason it had buffered up the last frame of the stream from Saturday. Anyways, how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. This week's been crazy. This week's been crazy. The week before Christmas, MBR cut out of bamboo affiliate. Okay. Man punches tiger. Gets surprised when tiger bites face. I'm, for the record, I'm not in the affiliate program either, but I've never applied. Yeah, I changed my clothes so fast. How's everyone doing today? What are we doing today? Do you guys want to start off, and guys in the general term as a group of people, do you folks want to start off with some organic support ASMR? Are we going to start off with some organic support ASMR? So first we're going to start off with some failures. This didn't finish because the filament broke. So prints don't finish. The filament doesn't, you know, continue. Chat froze. Is everything breaking on the stream today? What's going on with the stream? Webcam overlay. Refresh the overlay. There we go. I think we're okay there. Morning, everyone. Morning. Hello. Morning. Is the overlay froze? Oh, no, we're okay. I don't know. It just buffered. I don't know. So that failed. And then I started printing some stuff on this. And then I don't know what the heck happened here. I think like a part detached and then reattached and it took out the whole thing. So that I had two parts fail last night and they both failed like as I was going to bed. So it was like, I'm just like hit print, cancel, I'm going to bed, I'll deal with it in the morning. And then I forgot until now. So now we're dealing with it. This garbage is filling up real quick with support. There we go. Good enough. By the way, I might actually finish off this 5 kilogram spool pretty quickly. Oh, but the support ASMR. Yes, so what are we doing today? Well, first off, link in the video description. Every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker, and this is a live stream, so we're gonna give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. So enter for your chance, link in the video description. But today's live stream, we're doing, since it's the end of the year, we're taking a look back at some printers that I checked out earlier in the year, but I didn't really put a lot of time into them. So these were printers that we did an unbox and chill with or something. So last stream, we took a look at the CHOW X+3. So before we get to the CHOW, let's benchmark it. So you want that ASMR? Here we go. This is part of the it's your bicep. Actually, I got the other one right here. So this is the left bicep. Tape's already falling apart. There we go. There you go. Blue tape isn't really secure. Here's the left bicep. So if you're wondering how big this armor is, here's the left bicep. And it sits right about there. So there's the left bicep. I got to print the forearm part already. That box is getting heavy. Andrew Rogers, $10 for the holiday cheer fund. Appreciate it. Super Loctite resin now. Cool. So anyways, support, organic support and ASMR. So let me turn the music off. Let me turn off the filters on the mics. There we go, there we go. So now we get full. We'll start on this side. Ooh. Look how easy that comes off. That actually, that's it. All done. Mic filters, re-enable. There we go. So now we got to print the other half. That's actually like, that's gonna be easy to clean up. Just a little bit of spot fill, sand it flat, bing bang boom, done. And that is the right bicep, right front bicep. Yeah, organic supports are great. Now we're gonna do a little time skip to Saturday. This is the abs that were printed on the CHOW that we did last stream. It under extruded several times. And let's see how the supports come off. So the back's like all support. Well, that came off really easy because it's under extruded. Actually, not bad. Okay, there's the back. Yeah, these are some abs printed in abs. Do I already have the final paint job? Yeah, I bought some stuff actually. I haven't bought the color yet because I don't know exactly what shade of silver I'm gonna go with. I might just end up using the same shade of silver I used on the Mando armor because it gives the appearance that I want already. So I might just reuse what I have because, you know, the whole if it ain't broke. But I did go pick up some more Stone Guard so I can texture stuff. Pixel Shock, $10. Appreciate it. Ordered my first V2.4. Hopefully it arrives this week so I can assemble it on Christmas. Congrats! Awesome. That'll be a fun build over the holidays. Like, do I have an open drink that I'm sending filament flying into? Oh, we're good. I'm going to fill the like the texture in here. Well, oh, for the this might still be usable. There's quite a bit of layer separation issues though with it. I had some other parts had some minor cracking. What happened is, I guess because my garage gets so cold at night, when you print parts, you want them to cool as uniformly as possible, right? So you want them to cool down to room temperature nice and slow, especially big parts. Because what happens if you don't is you get stress cracks as it shock cools. It'll basically rip itself apart, and I'll show you what happens in a second once I clean off this support. I got support all over this room. So yeah, there are the abs from the CHOW. They might be usable if I support the back. I got to fill in a bunch of under extrusion and cracking though. And for reference, there are the abs. Ooh. But yeah, these are, yeah, so here's what I was talking about, stress cracking. So this is one of the shoulder pieces. So this came off the bed in one piece, and then as soon as I took it off the bed, I could hear crack, crack. Because the air in this room was so much colder than the air in the chamber, even though it was still at like 50. It just went poop and it snapped. I was like, great, awesome, bellissimo. How much filament is left? Wow, I went through 3 whole spools on that. So that's another one. There we go. We're up to probably like 10 spools I finished off with this project so far. Easily. Okay, so what are we doing today? Other than my camera not being focused on my head. There's my head, hi. Cool, so we are taking a look at printers that I've checked out earlier in the year or late last year that I really haven't taken a look at. So we did like an unboxing, a Printn chill or something. Like we took an initial look at the printer and then it's been kind of sitting. So what we're doing is essentially we're updating firmware. I'm still getting over COVID. We're updating the firmware on these machines. We're using a new slicer profile and we're just kind of giving a second look at them. It's the end of the year. I don't have any really big builds going on. I'm working on the Mando armor or the power armor stuff. So I'm jumping between stuff. So I figure, you know what? We'll kind of wrap the year up nice and relaxingly. The VZ bot, we might end up enclosing pretty quickly because I kind of want that print volume all of a sudden. So we might end up enclosing the VZ bot pretty soon, actually. This is the SV06 Max, which 06 Max or Plus? Is it the Plus or the? It's the big one. It's the Plus. There we go. I don't know if it's on sale right now. I don't have an affiliate link for it. I don't have a link for it in the description. If you want to go buy it, you do you, fam. But yeah, there you go. So it high flow hot end, planetary gears. Does it come with a 0.4 or 0.6? Yeah, it comes with a 0.4. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine, but we haven't really taken a look at it. So we're gonna update the firmware. We're gonna find a new profile for it, and we're gonna give it a second chance. We're gonna print something big. Wonder if Saval will send you their new clipper screen for that. I'm not a huge fan of clipper screens, to be honest. Like, to be honest, I'd much prefer if they just put like normal clipper on these machines. Where's the SD card? There it is. Instead of like, at least like the Big Tree Tech one's okay, in my opinion, because the Big Tree Tech one just runs a normal operating system. Hopefully the Saval one's like that too. I don't want a repeat of the Sonic Pad. The Sonic Pad is like don't ever buy a Sonic Pad. It is no bueno, in my opinion. Most companies refuse to ship points on larger machines. Yeah, that's something that kind of annoys me. Like I know, like in my opinion, if a machine's 300 or bigger, it should have a 0.6 nozzle. That's my personal opinion, but you know, everyone has. Trying to find the firmware. Where is the firmware for this machine? But I know Prusa just switched the XL down to 0.4s. So help center, document download. SV06 Plus firmware. Brand new firmware, nice. I'm assuming this is it. Download. Cut. Paste. Okay, so what do I do? Is that the source? Okay, I think we just put it in and turn it on. But yeah, the XL now ships with 0.4s. They switched it from 0.6s, and they're like, that's just what people want. So it's like, okay. Okay, so I plug that in. And then do I got to power cycle it? Select file, no. Well, I guess we turn it off. Okay. And then turn it back on and see if it updates. Looks like it's taking a bit longer than it normally does. Oh. I have no idea if it's updated. Printer info. Version 1.5. What was the version we downloaded? V1.1.5. And what are we on right now? V1.1.5. Okay, yeah, we updated the firmware. Yay! Yay! There we go. So that's updated. What are we gonna print? I need something big to print on this machine. We need to print something on this machine. What are we gonna print? If you got any suggestions for something kind of big that's okay printing in PLA, I know we don't really do that here that often. Okay, I need to unload filament. Okay. So that's heating up. We gotta take that filament out. A large benchy. I mean, we could, let's see here. Actually, I gotta restart this machine. This machine's been really weird lately. I gotta reboot you. Count to 10, class. 1, 2, 10. There we go. Poop bucket. We don't need no poop bucket with that machine. It just we observe the tradition of free pooping with the with our bamboo. Does Saval have profiles in Orca Slicer? I'm hoping they do. I think they do. The machine's relatively popular. SV06 Plus. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. XL is not overpriced. It is competitor that is sold underpriced because... I mean... It is the price it is. If they could make it more competitive, they would. Like... Unfortunately, everything's gotten expensive, and it's just something we got to deal with. Should I update the screen too? Yeah. I mean, what do I use the screen for? Loading and unloading filament and hitting print, so there we go. What color are we going to print in? We're going to print in whatever color ANET sent me. Or not ANET, Anchor Make. Because they sent me a bunch of PLA. And cool. That's probably what we're going to take a look at Friday, by the way. Friday, I'm going to dig out that Anchor Make M5 again, the M5C, and see if they've put any new work into their system. Because the last time we took a look at that, everything was really fresh. So I figure Friday we'll take a look at the M5C and all that other fun stuff. Black PLA, sure. I could dig it. Bruce in general is overpriced. Well, that's just your opinion, man. I mean, are they overpriced, or is that just the price that it works out with their existing market? Like, is their cost the cost? Like, overpriced, in my opinion, would mean they are scalping you. Like, that mean, in my opinion, if you call something overpriced, they are taking advantage of you. And I just don't think their profit margins are as great as some people think, because they do stuff all in the EU compared to what other companies can get away with much cheaper. Look how much it costs. Look how much it costs to buy the cheapest LOLs bot, and then look how much it costs to buy a P1S. Obviously, there are advantages to manufacturing your stuff in certain markets. Okay, so what are we printing? Let's see what you guys posted on the Discord for a suggestion. A giant Astarian, no. I got filament on my face. It's overpriced on the consumer, but what is the consumer market? Like that's the thing. Like, what you might think is perfectly acceptable for you is outrageous to someone else, and what you might think is outrageous to someone else is perfectly acceptable. Like, I know people in this hobby that have jobs that they make 7 figures a year with their job, and they're still involved in this hobby, and they're still buying whatever printer they want and whatever. But you know, when someone's budget is 7 figures, for them a Prusa XL is like, okay, whatever. Like, it just depends on the person. Can we fit a 500% benchy on here? I think we can. Yeah, we can. T-Rex skull. I already did a T-Rex skull on this. The only thing this thing has printed other than like a single test print is a T-Rex skull. This has printed a full-size T-Rex skull. Price is relative. It is. It is. Okay, so this is 669 grams of filament, and this is going to take 2 days. Okay. Do you got anything else going on today, class? So 5 top, 3 wall, 15% infill speeds. Oh wow, these are slow. Okay, let's first layer infill 40. I like slow first layers. I'd rather outer wall. Wow. Inner wall. Where's travels? And that'll just default. Okay, cool. Slice plate. There we go. We've knocked a day off of it. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. There we go. Okay, so this is a 500% scaled benchy. Export that to our USB drive. Save. As floating areas. Oh well, we'll see how that bridge goes. Okay. But why? Why what? We're just testing. Also, I want more props for the background, and one of them is a giant benchy to go with the giant knee. Okay. I have no idea how leveling is on this. Hopefully it's still leveled. I'm assuming our bed stuff would be saved to EEPROM, so we should be okay, right? That'll work. I don't know if I managed how much of that bed adhesion I managed to get on there, but it'll work. Workshop makes you feel everything is neat and tidy in its own pile. So once this gets going, I'll start slicing some stuff up for the other printers, but this needs some food. You need food. More food. Oh shoot, that broke. Congratulations, you're gonna eat brown ABS now. Ugh. Okay, what's it doing? Oh, it's heating up. Oh, that broke. Uh-oh. 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 What are you doing? Uh-oh. There we go. This like broke in the filament feed path and jammed up the machine. That's great. There we go. Hey, we're good. Hey, our first layer is good. And it's printing. What? You don't trust your printers to start a first layer of their own accord? How are you jamming again? And you broke again. Brown filament, why do you keep breaking? Oh my God. Turn that off. 1, 2, 10. Turn it back on. Sort yourself out. How y'all doing? What'd I miss? Okay. Yeah, this first layer is going down okay. That ain't gonna work. There we go. Okay, are you okay now, Bamboo? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like I can hear it trying to feed, but it's not. What are you doing? Are you jammed? You're jammed. What are you doing? Turn you off. Okay. Oh my. Okay. we're gonna go on bank 1. Don't tell me I broke filament off inside the feedy tube. Ah. There we go. Okay, hopefully that didn't break anything. Cool. Turn it back on. Are you okay now? It's been working great for the past week until it wasn't. This first layer is going to take a bit. Is there an upgrade for the screen with Clipper? Maybe for this. I haven't really, let's be honest, I haven't really looked into like the Saval SV06 and its settings and whatnot. Okay, that's loaded. Okay. Okay, so those are loaded. Cool. Now you're loading for some reason. Okay. It was working. That is true. That's how we roll around here. Well, it was working yesterday. That is way too close to the bed. Let's bump you up. There we go, that's better. I think. Unless that's a low spot there. One more. There we go. Okay, so the AMS is alive. Okay, back to this. Repair. Bamboo that. Texture PI. Resync. Cool. Rotate it. Okay. So bicep 2 right. Yeah. That looks okay. Give me my box. There's my box. Okay, support. Normal, tree, organic. Make sure that's good. Strength. We can drop the infill down to 20%. Slice. What? Yeah, this is Orca Slicer. This is Orca Slicer. It's pretty much what I use for most of my machines now. And yes, the computer kind of does a little. We lose some frames when I hit the slice button. Why do I keep cutting myself on stuff? Why am I cutting myself on? Did I check your message later on the Discord? What's your message? Is it a DM? I'll just check it later. I don't see anything. Okay. This first layer is going to take a while, unfortunately. Let's adjustment, speed. Where's my speed? Pot. There we go. 125%. Yeah, that looks like it'll work. Okay, print plate. Send. Only 67 likes. Like the smash button. Remember, we're giving away a spool of filament. So if you haven't entered to win a spool of filament, link in the video description. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, because now that I've mentioned it, I'm not going to say liking the smash button is going to increase your odds of winning. But now that you know it's a thing, are you really going to risk it? Are you going to risk it? You could have won that filament, but you didn't like the smash button. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Is that going to crash into the bottom? It is. Okay, so that's firing up. So now I need to fire up another Orca Slice instance. Garrett gifted 5K memberships. Cheers, appreciate it. There we go. I mean, that first layer is pretty dang good. That text. I could speak English occasionally. That text is coming out crispy. What's the speed? I think it was like 40 or 45, and then I bumped it up a bit. I figure we're printing a big old benchy, printing it a little slower to ensure that it actually finishes. Might be a smart thing to do. Remember, it doesn't matter how fast your print goes if the print doesn't finish. Right? Right. Okay, let's warm the bed up. It has been cold out here. So remember the other day how I was like, oh, with the, you know, all the printers printing and the heater on low is like 22 degrees Celsius out here? Yeah, same thing. It was 9 this morning. So, yeah. Just a bit chilly. Okay. So what are we gonna print on the big guy now? Forearm? Forearm. Oh geez, that's big. Okay, can I fit this in one piece on the bed? Or I'm gonna have to cut that in half, aren't I? Yeah, that's not fitting on the bed in one piece, I don't think. Nope. That is not fitting on the bed in one piece. Split in half. Perform cut. Okay. That goes there. There we go. Strength. I'm gonna make these strong. Speed. Support. Yeah, we're gonna need support. Tree. Auto. Organic. Other. I really don't want it coming off the bed. You sent me a DM on Discord. Okay, let me. Check if your printer has this gap too. Where is that gap at? Oh, are you talking? Oh, the vertical. It's gonna be hard for me to check with it printing. I don't. Like, I don't really have something I could fit in there to check for that gap. I mean, if I did, it wouldn't change anything on your machine. That's the thing. Okay, there we go. 13 hours. There we go. Let the bed heat up for a bit, and then we'll print it. There we go. Easy peasy. How are you aligning them for joining? By the detail, I just line it up. Like that's how I did. I got the Mando armor. I didn't peg anything in the Mando armor. I just sliced it in half, and then because they're flat surfaces, you just line them up and acetone weld them together, and you're usually good to go. Very carefully, exactly. I use science and magic and a lot of swearing. I mean, that's not a bad first layer. It's like this plastic's shiny. It's got a sheen to it, so it doesn't look as good on camera, I think. Yeah, this is a 500% benchy, actually, which is actually the biggest benchy I've actually gotten printed. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is the SV06 Plus, because we never really printed with it. I printed the T-Rex skull, and then I haven't used it since. So I'm like, you know what? We'll pull it out of storage. We'll take a look, and then on Friday we're going to take a look at the Anchormate M5C, because that machine, I really kind of wanted to take a bigger look at it, because as much as I hate the web interface, bamboo making loud noises. As much as I hate like the web UI and having to use an app and all that, the machine actually works really good. So I want to take another look at it. Do you use glue or hairspray on the bed? I use a mixture. I've got a few different, you know, bed adhesion helpers. Also, this is PI, which works pretty good by itself. So. Wish Saval would do an SV06 Plus IDEX. IDEX is kind of weird. I have an IDEX. I can't remember what company sent me it. What it is, for whatever reason, a lot of the cheap bed flinger IDEX machines are just not worth it. They're just not good printers. Yes, print. Make more poop to fill up the back of my shelf. Has a companion screen option, not a touchscreen. I don't care about touchscreens. Like, between me and you, I really don't care if a printer has a touchscreen or not. As long as it just has a basic screen, so if I'm at the machine, I can manually just heat it up to change filament and whatnot. That's all I really care about. What are you doing? Are you airing out? What's the bamboo doing? I don't even know what this printer is doing. Failed to pull the filament from the extruder. Please check whether the extruder is clogged or where it is. But there is no filament in the extruder. There is no filament in the extruder. We unloaded it. Like, you don't have filament in your extruder. You are empty. You are empty machine. You have nothing in you. No, actually, you do have filament in you. There we go. Maybe that'll work now. You got to be careful loading old filament in the AMS, just for the fact that if the filament breaks in the tube, it is annoying as hell to deal with. Because it's like you could take the boning off at the tool head and that might clear it, or at the little junction box in the back, or sometimes it breaks in the AMS. You got to take apart the whole AMS. That's like the most annoying part about the, is just if filament breaks in it. What's with this interrupted? I don't know. You had a question you want me to answer, and I can't really answer it. It's an assembly thing. The JG Maker, that's what that IDEX was. No, we won't be taking a look at that one again. That one I did not like. Does the Bamboo also struggle with Z wobble? Not really. I've never noticed the Z wobble issue on mine. No. Just print TPU so it doesn't break. Are we on live chat? We're on live chat. There we go, live chat. There we go. Does Slant 3D have some nano glue? Does it work? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I mean, I just find like considering the majority of what I print is ABS and then a little bit of PLA on the side, like generic just adhesive helpers, like I don't know, Pantheon gave me some at a trade show. I've got some stuff from North Print 3D. I just put a coat of that on my beds to season them every couple of weeks on the heavy use machines, and they just work, and it works. Although I'm having issues with the bigger parts because they're sticking to the bed, but what's happening is the bed isn't sticking to the everything else. So I'm running into some issues. So for example, like this printed like flat on the bed like this, and it printed flat and it was fully attached to the bed. The problem is the bed curved up. So now when I put it on the other piece, it doesn't, it rocks a bit. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of gap filling, which by the way, if you're wondering how big the shoulders are, this is how big the shoulders are. It's two pieces. There you go. There's the shoulder piece. Just there you go. There's one shoulder piece. I'm missing a third of it, by the way. But yeah, there's the shoulder pieces. Yeah, he's gonna be big. Okay, bamboo's going okay. Okay, let's print that. Upload and print forearm. It's huge. Well, did you see the helmet on me? The helmet on me is huge. This whole armor is huge. Like, again, this is the boot. This is my shoe. I did print the butt protector too. So this is the butt plate. It did not come out too good. The VZBot let me down. Or the rat rig let me down. But yeah, there's the butt plate. I've got a whole box here, and yeah, this box is getting heavy quick. A lot of foam in my future. Probably. Well, all the armor itself is being printed in ABS, so it's all going to be rigid armor. It's the undersuit I'm going to have to figure out. Sorting out the undersuit is something that's going to be interesting, because I want to try and make it in assemblies. So like the legs are already pre-assembled with the boot, so I just slide my feet into them type thing. I don't want to have to like... The Mando armor, I put on a suit, like a jumpsuit with a vest, and then everything just Velcroed to me. And it worked because you could put it on by yourself, but it makes like the whole assembly and disassembly part kind of annoying, and you have to do it a certain way. This I want, because it's going to be much bigger, I just want to be able to like just get into it. I want it to almost be self-supported. Or a snowsuit. I mean, I could. Next up, Nero prints the mech from Avatar. Hey, I would love one of those, but that ain't happening because that's not a realistic thing, unfortunately. Wearing pauldrons. Everyone should have pauldrons. Nothing is more exciting than when you're a fresh level 18 in Westfall, or actually no, it would be shoot, what's the area? The Loch Madan. You're doing that one quest in Loch Modan, and then those level 18 gray shoulders fall, and you're just like, oh yeah, there we go. Do I have a poop bucket in the armor? Well, that's what this is for. This is the butt plate, so whatever fits in there. Am I gonna do a Phoenix build? If a kit shows up at my house, yes. But considering I don't even have the budget for an XL this year, Phoenix is a little ways off. We'll see. How thick did I make the armor pieces? It depends on the part. Like the shoulders are 0.6 nozzle, and they're printed. Wow, this is really separating. I'm gonna have to really glue that part back together. Like all the shoulder parts are like 10 or 15% infill with 2 or 3 walls. And it's a 0.6 nozzle. It's gonna be heavy. The armor is gonna be heavy. Like the helmet's gonna weigh 2 kilograms easily. But I'd rather it not break, and I'm okay with a little bit of weight. Like it's not like I'm gonna be wearing it and walking around with it all the time. Why aren't you going? Print, upload, and print. Is the printer down? No, where? We are uploading files at 14 kilobits a second. Let me restart the printer. Sometimes it just needs a little wake-up call. It's like, yeah, you've been on for a little too long. Let me just turn you off for a second here. 1, 2, 10. That'll do. There we go. I think that one's still connected to my home Wi-Fi. That might be the issue. Yeah, I think that printer's still on my main home Wi-Fi and not the actual Wi-Fi point I have out here. So, oh, okay, reconnecting. Okay, turn the bed back on. Upload and print. There we go, now it's going. Yeah, I just had to wake it up. Are stainless steel nozzles hard enough to print abrasives? Yes. All nozzles are hard enough for print abrasives. It's how long they can print abrasives for is the question. Stainless steel is better than brass, but not as good as like a actual hardened nozzle. So if you're just like buying a cheap stainless steel just to get through a couple prints, you're probably okay. But if you're like building or kitting a machine out to just print abrasives, I personally wouldn't go with stainless. I would go with like a Nozzle X, Obsidian, whatever Mosquito's equivalent is, a Diamondback, something like that. So. Okay, are you going now? Okay, now it's printed. Good. Tungsten carbide. Tungsten's always good. Diamondbacks I'm partial to. I really like them, except for the cost. But they are really good nozzles. Like, not bad. First layer is pretty good. That's not the first layer. That's like a couple layers up, but. Oh, crazy expensive, works great for all filaments. Yep. I mean, I've got the Diamondback in the, or correction, I got the Obsidian in the bamboo. I got a Diamondback in one of my printers, and I can't remember which one. It's one of them. Are the bearings still crunchy? This is the SV06 Plus. I don't think this one had the crunchy bearing issue that I had on the regular SV06. I have both of them, and I probably will be giving away both of them at some point. We'll see. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this, because I've got the Cheaty I want to get rid of now. I've got 2 Cheaties I want to get rid of, I think. Or did I give away the XCF Pro? I think I gave away the XCF Pro. We'll see. Did I do anything special? I just put down some bed adhesion that Pantheon gave me earlier this year. I prefer country or smooth. Smooth with both. Okay, now we got to fix the rat rig. Because the rat rig, we had the filament break in it. I think. So what's going on with the rat rig? Let's get the rat rig working now. Okay, printers. No, not the LDO V2. I want the rat rig. There we go. That's not that. The rat rig online? Should be online. Oh, it's being fussy. Got to restart the rat rig. There we go. I mean, this machine has been on for like probably a couple months. So restarting it every now and then probably is a good idea. Oh, I forgot about that fan. I forgot about that fan. Who's drilling? The blowy Batron on the rat rig is doing that. Okay, so let's 240. Let's heat you up. Heat, no, 240. Come on. Then we're gonna heat the bed up to 105. Put a little bit more, something on the bed. Go. Bamboo's going away. That one's cooking. This is cooking. We're gonna get the rat rig going soon here in a minute. I can figure out why it stopped extruding last time. It's at 240. Pan, I took a look at it. I don't have something to check mine. If you have issues with a specific printer, I'd recommend checking out that specific printer's Discord. Like if you have bent parts, that's like, if you think you have bent parts, I can't do anything about it. Like, oh, hey, yeah, they look bent. I just try shimming them, maybe. Okay, let's see if we can get filament moving through this, because this jammed up and I don't know why. So, extrude. Okay, so filament's jammed up. Why are you jammed up? Oh wow, this is. Wow, that's really jammed. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go. Get out of there. There you go. Cook out. There we go. Okay. We're good now. There we go. That seems to be good. There we go. Hey, look, the filament's coming out. Okay. Turn that off. Retract 5. Retract. There we go. Cool. What are we going to print on the rat rig? What does it even have loaded on here? Second forearm 2. What are we printing on this guy again? This is forearm 1. And this is forearm 2. Oh, okay. Well, we'll print forearm 2 then, I guess. That's what was printing before it failed. There we go. Easy peasy. Do I have a printer for metal filaments? Not really. If I have tried printing metal before. We did get some of that sample filament to try and print some metal fill stuff. It works. I use Toasty Boy for that. So Toasty Boy is this guy right here. I have this kitted out with like an E3D high temp Revo with the hardened nozzle and all that. So I don't really print a ton of metal, but if I had to, it would be on that machine. What size needle should I have for my grease syringe? Thick enough that the grease can flow through, but thin enough to fit into small spaces. I'm thinking of doing a 2.4 build, but I don't know if going a parts list or kit. Get a kit. Get a kit. The only kit that I personally have no problem recommending is the LDO kit. If that's not within your budget, people have had success with the other ones like FormBot. Personally, I stay away from Physek personally, unless you can get a stupid good sale. And then there's also the Seaboard kits, which are the cheap ones, which you might have to replace fans. The problem is, as you go down with kit quality, certain things are always going to be kind of the same quality, like your frame, your panels, and whatnot. The bed usually. The issue you run into is usually cheaper electronic components, namely like wiring, and extras and goodies that come with the printers too. So. Magic Phoenix. Magic Phoenix, I keep forgetting about them because I just don't ever, I've never interacted with them. But I've heard good things about those kits too. But I have zero personal experience with them, unfortunately. One of my standard go-to clipper macros. I honestly don't use a ton of macros. I usually just the baked in start stop macro. I have my own custom start macro that I use on most of my machines. And it's very simple. All it does is like a home purge, home print, like nothing fancy. I don't really use a ton of macros on my machines. I run most of my machines like pretty analog. Like, I mean, most of them have like a 12864 equivalent screen on them. I'm not huge with macros. Any downsides getting the larger sizes other than speed? More so just complexity. As you build the machine bigger, making sure your belts are tight, making sure the wire runs are nice and good and whatnot just becomes a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Also, just the mechanics of like flipping over the bigger machines. Don't put your bed in until the end. Simple as that. If you go big, don't put your bed in until the end. Okay, so now the rat rig's printing. We got Christmas music playing. We got Christmas music playing. Tradrack is open beta interest. I mean, if a kit shows up, I'm not going to self-source a beta though. Unfortunately, it's just like, considering that kind of printing is not something I really do often. Like, if I do multicolor, I'm using my Bamboo AMS, and that's really the extent of me doing multicolor. And right now, the only multicolor I'm doing right now is literally just using the AMS to finish off partial spools of filament. And if you're wondering how much I printed, the box by Cocoa Press came in is already full of parts, and this isn't everything. I need more boxes. And then I have no idea where I'm even putting this once it's done. Is this to try to break the strip? No, I've figured out how, like, I'm on a 20 amp circuit. I'm on, okay, that one, okay, these 3 printers on the wall here, or on the shelf, are on one circuit, and it's a 20 amp circuit. The heater is on another 20 amp circuit, and then this is plugged into the same wall as the computers, which is on a 20 amp circuit. Or sorry, the heater's plugged into the 15 amp. So I've got 3 separate circuits out here. 2 of them are rated for 20 amp, one's good for 15, and we're split pretty good. We're good. We're good. How many big spools? I have finished off. Let's see. Let's see. How many spools have I finished off? I finished off these. I finished off these. I finished off these. Did I throw any in the garbage over here? Don't think so. Any up there? Yeah, that's about it so far. Anything up top? No, nothing up top. Yeah. So I've managed to finish off 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spools so far. Like, finish them off, finish them off. So these are all going in the garbage. Or recycling or whatever. Antonio, I live in North America, Canada, so yeah, it's 115 or 110 or 120 or whatever the voltages the angry pixies in the wall are. Any specific websites for buying kits? LDO, go watch any of my videos from Smurf, because they're sponsored by LDO and they have a link to all like the LDO distributors. Pretty much anyone who carries LDO, I would say, is a pretty good distributor. In terms of like, you're probably not gonna have issues going with them. Yeah. But I'm in Canada, so like, I'm gonna, like, the only businesses I directly interact with are Canadian ones and then some American ones. And most of those are gonna be good rated ones anyway, so. Yeah, I think, yeah, the Voron Discord might also have a vendor list too. Can I elaborate on stealth mode in Orca Slicer? What does it do? Like, in Orca Slicer? Like, what do you mean stealth mode in Orca Slicer? Like, are you talking about like this? Are you talking about the speed? What does Orca Slicer do that Prusa Slicer doesn't? A few things. Here's the thing with slicers. Anything I say now will be different in 6 months because it's all open source, so they all borrow from each other, right? Bamboo Studio is Prusa Slicer with some features taken out to simplify it, and then a few extra, like mostly Bamboo specific things added on top. Orca Slicer takes Bamboo Studio, which in my opinion has a really nice interface, and adds the stuff that Bamboo took out back in, and then added some more stuff that a Bamboo eventually just took and put in their own slicer, so they have it too. So, but unfortunately, I will be back in 1 second because I think I have a phone call. Yes. Okay, I will be back in 1 minute. I got to take a phone call. Yeah, coming up 12:15. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave the music on. I'll turn the music up. I will be RB. BRB. There we go. Hello? Hello? Were you guys good? You guys good? Did you guys behave? Did everyone behave? What'd I miss? Let me check chat. Y'all behave? There you go. Y'all behave. There you go. I'm back. Sorry about that. I forgot I had that. It was like just a little quick follow-up. I forgot the baby. What baby? I know not what you're talking about with a child. What are you inferring? No baby, no party. Music's too high. Yeah, okay, let me turn the music back down. There we go. There we go. Okay. Jeez. How many layers is this gonna take before we do the bridge over the text? Isn't it normally like one layer? How many layers is this? One, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers. 8 layers before it finally covers up the text. Normally that's like on layer 1. Who knew? 500% scaling. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing with this benchy after. There we go. So what time is it right now? 12:23. Okay. So be aware today I do have to end the stream a little early because I gotta go pick up the little guy from school. What kind of mods to up quality of life for 2.4? It really depends what you use your printer for and what you're looking to get out of your printer. So for me, honestly, a stock build with like tap. That's kinda like, that's what I would do. Just a stock build with tap. If you want to be fancy with like CAN bus or whatever, you can. But yeah. Oh, and add some lights. Also, if you are building a larger framed machine, now that I'm playing around with the AMS with the rollover, building like a 2 or 3 unit ERCFA just for filament rollover might be something you may want to start looking into. I'm tempted to start reaching out and seeing if I know Construct 3D is working, has an equivalent something, but something that's kind of like an Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder, just super simple, just for filament rollover purposes. Because with these larger machines, auto rollover is just so nice to have. Like, I really wish you could, you know, I'm gonna have to look into the whole hacking the AMS because I've got an extra AMS to see if I can get that working on a machine. Because pairing that with something like Phoenix or whatever. Oh, hello. Would be real nice. 8 kilogram spools all day. The thing is, feeding from the 5 kilogram spool is kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, like my LDO V2 is doing it just fine with a Clockwork 1. So, what's the status? I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the Discord. I don't know how public it is either, so I don't even have a link to the Discord. That should be pretty good.
Yeah, cane sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she just talked it up to someone else, and I'm like, that sounds good.
Yeah, there you go. Whiskey? Rum? Rum. Rum.
Spice rum.
Spiced rum. I don't know. And let me raid the fridge. I don't know. The wifey just came back and she's like, ooh, look what I found. It's... Flor de Cana carbon neutral certified rum. Fair trade. Ooh. But it's made with cane sugar. It's just spice rum, and then it comes with like a little 12-year-old little rum. Rum. Good old rum. It's the holidays, so rum is in. Saturday night's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing Saturday night, because Saturday night is Christmas Eve. So if we do a stream Saturday night, it's gonna be a little weird. And by weird, I mean it's just gonna be completely like random stuff. Also, either tomorrow or Thursday will be the members only stream. So if you're a YouTube member or a Patreon supporter, check the Only Benchy Yacht Club channel in the Discord for links. It'll probably be Thursday, because I do want to do a Twitch stream tomorrow. So we'll do a Twitch stream tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll do the Only Benchy Yacht Club stream, I think. And then Friday will be another print and chill. This is PLA, or correction, yeah, this is PLA. This is Anchormate PLA Plus. Anchormate sent me like 4 spools of PLA with their printer, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna use it on something, so. Why is the rum always gone? Alcoholism. And a Miss Nero reveal. Was she on? Oh, she might have been on. Yeah, she might have been on this camera. She's been on camera before. It's just she's not a main feature. It's like the little guy. It's like they do come on camera, but it's not like. What's it taste like? It tastes like rum. Well, if you get spiced rum, it tastes like cinnamon hearts. If it's like a really bad rum. Okay, so what's going on in the world? Is there anything new in 3D printing news or something we can talk about? What is going on in 3D printing news? We already talked about the XL going with 0.4 nozzles. In my opinion, it should come with both, but that's just me. Bamboo logs. I'm not going to talk about that until the team makes it public. I'm not going to do the whole I know stuff that's not public yet because stuff's changing, but I mean, I do know stuff that's not public, and we'll wait for the people that have actually done the work to talk about it. But until then, yeah. MBR losses Athlink. I mean, I've never had a Bamboo Athlink. I didn't even know they had a program until the A1 Mini release, when everyone started linking their affiliate links everywhere, left and right on Twitter. I mean, you apply for their program. You have to apply for their program. It's not like you just sign up. So you apply for their program. I mean, they don't want you being a part of the program. They don't want you being part of the program. Nurgle Rot, was it overdone? I can't comment on that. How's Rat Rig print quality? Honestly, this one, not great. I've printed a few things on it, and it has issues with like extrusion consistency. Like, this is MG94 ABS. This should be pretty dang good. And it's just, I don't know if it's like printing too hot, but I use the same settings I use on every other machine. Like, the parts are fine. They're structurally fine. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the ultra high flow hot end in the 0.6 nozzle just being a little too blah or what, but it's, yeah. Is the open AMS? I just know it's a thing. I've heard of it. I've never actually looked that up yet. Steve, 3 years next month. Holy shit. Has it been 3 years since I started doing that? Oh my, jeez. Hey, look, we're finally covering up the letters. 3 years. Holy shit. I swapped my extruder from an LGX Lite to an orbiter. On mine, I have an orbiter, but I also have an ultra high flow hot end in there. So I don't know if it's, I don't know. But that filament was also really wet, so we'll see. I've got the filament dry now, or at least it should be dry. So we'll see. We'll see. What extruder? It has the ultra high flow Rapido with a 0.6 nozzle, which is also like a CHT, and then it also has an Orbiter V2. And I'm running just the stock profile. Like the belt's not all tight or anything, but I was also feeding it some pretty shit filament. Really good filament that had just been really wet. So we'll see. It's been drying for a bit, so it should be okay now, but we'll see. Where is the print that failed? This failed because the filament broke on me, and this print looks a bit better, but it's still got like, it's still got extruding issues. Yeah, it's got extrusion issues. It's pretty weak. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, we got all those printers are printing now. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's a bumper.
I'm right here.
Hey,
You're
hey.
fine.
And there goes the bumper. What, you want to say hi, Coda?
We'll say hi. I got some.
Come here. Come here. No. Like, Mama. Mama, let me back in, Mama. Oh, those treats? Oh, wow. Here. Oh,
Gotta
pupper.
go to Dad for that.
Oh. Sit. You don't get treats often because you get real fat. Those good? You're still eating it? Hey. Coda. Coda. Hey, right here. All gone. All gone.
There you go.
There you go, buddy. Give these back to Mama.
So someone say they haven't seen it.
Oh. There you go. There's your doggo. Get your doggo allotment for the stream. Your doggo quota. Yeah, he doesn't get treats too often because he's an older boy and he's a big boy. So we try to keep it under wraps with the treats. Doing a dedicated printer camera stream, just stream the prints all day night. I've done it in the past. I might do one for like Christmas Day, just get a long print going and just put the music on and just have the printer going. The problem is like, it's a one-time thing too, because YouTube streams over like a certain point, YouTube doesn't save. I've done a 24-hour stream before printing something and it's lost to history because YouTube didn't save it. But maybe for Christmas or something, I'll print something big for, like leave it for a full day print or something on one of the printers. Use the rat rig, print a giant Christmas tree or something. Although after this is done on the X1, I am going to be printing the enclosure parts. Friday, we might be enclosing the rat rig. I might enclose the rat rig on Friday, or it might be the week after Christmas. We might do that because I want to print some big stuff, and the rat rig is going to come in handy for that. Get an ANET burning and make a fireplace. The rat rig or the VZ-Bot. The VZ-Bot's printing. The VZ-Bot's enclosed and printing away. The rat rig is not. The rat rig's being used to hold a Lazy Susan with a filament dryer on it. So, yeah. Have them mixed up. Eh. Well, no, it's the VZ-Bot we got to enclose. The rat rig's enclosed. We got to enclose the VZ-Bot. That's what we got to do. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I mean. You know what printer I'm referring to. You do understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. You know I don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Would you recommend the E3D Revo Voron or the Fadus Dragon High Flow? Personally, I'm a fan of the Revos. My personal opinion is most people have get more out of a Revo. If you are needing the ultra high flow, then I would go with a Rapido. Not the Dragon High Flow. I would go with Rapido over Dragon High Flow, but personally I would go with Revo. But that's me. It depends on your machine and how much flow you're looking to get. Is the Orbiter 2 capping out? It's not. I'm not printing anywhere near the speed I'd be capping out that hot end. Switched over to Orca from Prusa Slicer. Prusa Slicer's still fine. Like, remember, the thing is, you're gonna pretty much get the same prints out of Orca Slicer as Prusa Slicer. It's the same slicer engine under the hood. It's just the interface is different. So, and based on your profile. But theoretically, if you have a profile with the exact same settings in Prusa Slicer as you do in Orca Slicer, the print should theoretically come out the same. So. Orca Slicer gives more options. Well, if you take advantage of the more options, yeah, they'll affect the print. But like if you have the exact same settings enabled and disabled and whatnot, you should get the same print. I just working on Orca personally and went back to Prusa Slicer for that. That would be just your stop G code and whatnot. It would just be more a G code thing. Polymaker, Nicholas, how you doing? I think it's Nicholas. Nick, is this Nick? Is Nick the only one on the Polymaker YouTube account? Or actually, it could be 3D Print General now, could it? Who am I talking to? Who are you? It's Nick. Okay, it's Nick. Hi, Nick. Didn't see you at Smurf. You didn't make it out to jolly old England. Also, we need to know. I DM'd you how much filament we're giving away on the New Year's Eve giveaway stream and how you want to do it. So I DM'd you about that. We need to sort that out. I really got to sort that out. We got like 2 weeks to that. Less than 2 weeks. But this is, the filament's coming out okay. I'm not a huge fan of like the shiny PLAs, but I mean, I wasn't gonna use this stuff for anything else. But I will say, you know, since Nick's here, and I'm totally not gonna, you know, pimp Polymaker filament, which works really good. Link in the description. Pretty much like 90% of this armor is going to be Polymaker filament. Like the vast majority of this armor is Polymaker filament. And those 5 kilogram spools are real nice. Although I don't know how much I got left on the one. I should have been keeping track. It's been 5 years. I haven't seen your mom. Oh no! 50? 50 works. We'll work out. Well, 5 groups of 10. 5 groups of 10. 5 groups of 10 work. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do like 25, 10, 10, and 5 5s, 5 1s, or something. We'll figure it out. We'll make it exciting. We'll make it exciting. Any filament hot takes? Because it's heavy, sometimes it's better just to buy a local stuff. There's my hot take with filament. Sometimes because it's heavy, sometimes the best filament you can get is whatever you can get local. There you go. There's my filament hot take. Also, however much filament you think you need more. You need a lot more. I've actually got empty space in my shelf downstairs because I've been finishing off so many partial spools lately. It's great. I'm loving it. Because you get all kinds of funky colored stuff. Like this, like German boot with purple. What if your local stuff is unknown brands? Well, give it a try. What if you don't have a local seller? Well, that sucks. But by local, I could also mean just whatever you have in country. So. 240-ish rolls, and I still order it when something different looks cool. Yep. What I got to order more black. I'm all out of black again. Like I've got like the big old 5 kilogram, but like the last time I put in for a Polymaker care package, I got like 5 spools of black and then like 10 or 15 spools of like other colors, and I've killed like most of it already with the Mando armor. Or not the Mando, because like if you're printing giant, you know, generic things that are going to be painted, I don't want to use up my galaxy orange teal sparkle filament on this. So I'm using up like I had this much galaxy orange left, so I used that. I found a couple spools of orange Kodak that I had from ages ago. They were like 750 gram spools, and most of them were used. So that's what like this is. But most of it's Polymaker. Because anything off the LDO V2 is Polymaker because of the 5 kilogram spool, so. What kind of armor when it's finished? It is... T45. So this is what I am printing a full suit of right now. Hey Nero, a quick question with the follow-up. Para, if you're gonna ask a question, ask the question. Don't ask to ask. Just ask the question, and if I see it, I'll answer it. Fun fact, if you know the inside electronic bay, the SV06 cooling the stepper drivers is connected to the parts cooling. Yeah, it sounds about right. That sounds about right. A lot of times that would be... Have I figured out the stilts? Kinda. How bad is the worst you would expect tolerance out of a super cheap spool of filament? I don't know, because it depends what you're printing. If you're just like YOLOing just some generic thing, you might be okay if it's got a bunch of variants. I just tend to buy good filament. Polymaker, Sparta 3D, Prusament, Jesse, just buy good filament. Like, if you're buying that $5 spool of Amazon special from a company that's just, you know, a bunch of consonants and capital letters, it probably ain't gonna be too good, but it's $5. So if you're just printing something that's, you know, a bracket, hey, it might be worth it. So it depends. Just get, yeah. check the tolerance on Uzi filament. I didn't get any. The only filament I brought back from Smurf was because Sanity hooked me up. Because Sanity is awesome. But they hooked me up with a spool of Prusament Super Galaxy PLA glitter, which was a limited edition. Like same with the hex filament. So she hooked me up with a spool of this. This is the only filament I brought back from Smurf because I literally had no room. I had to like leave socks behind. Like I almost had to leave socks behind to fit everything in my luggage for the flight home. So yeah, I didn't bring much extra back. So I wanted to actually get one of the Smurf spools, but I literally had no room. So. Polymaker should send them all. If Polymaker has it, I can get it. I'm okay with Polymaker filament. Don't worry. I had to buy an extra luggage for the way back. Unfortunately, it worked as a carry-on. There you. Wait, you didn't bring a carry-on on the way over? Oh wait, you were traveling with the wifey, so you had probably just one carry-on for the two. So you had extra. Smart. What do I use for air filters? Me lungs. I also make it a habit not to live out in the same room where I print. How fast can I print using a 0.25 Revo? You can cap out the flow. You'd be able to cap out the flow. So however fast the flow rate is. I think E3D has a chart on their site. And it ain't doing a good job printing at 120. Well, you might also have issues with cooling and, you know, the kinematics of the machine. It's CR10 too. Also, why are you printing with an itty bitty baby nozzle on a giant massive machine? I don't think I've ever actually used a 0.25 nozzle. I've got a resin machine for anything that needs that detail. Also, this is a 24-hour print, so we're totally not finishing this on stream, by the way. But if you're wondering how the other prints are going, one second here. There's that one's doing okay. What's this one? Okay, well, apparently that one doesn't want to work. Yeah, see, it's under extruding again, and I don't know why, and I don't like it. See, you can see it right there. It's doing it again. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you being troublesome? And then where is ain't sale? Really? That one doesn't want to connect? Really? Did I lose that printer? Seriously? LDO V2. Yeah. LDO V2, I can't connect to the camera. Shit. Oh well. I hate it when this happens, where you just lose connection to a clipper printer. It just randomly happens, and then you just don't have it. What camera is it? Are you talking about, I'm assuming, the nozzle camera? This is a 3DO nozzle cam kit. So it's really cool, but you can't actually really monitor a print with it, because I have no idea how this print is going. Like this camera tells you more about a print. Have you reviewed any of the two trees? I have not. I have not. The KLP1 was like the last printer I've unboxed. And we might end up taking another look at that too. Get it back by refreshing. Yeah, it refresh ain't working. Control Shift. What is it? Control F5. Yeah, it only does it on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I gotta take the time to actually switch that one printer back to like this Wi-Fi, because I have a Wi-Fi terminal like right behind this monitor essentially. It's a Ubiquiti one, but this is connected to my in-house Wi-Fi still. So. For D&D settings, I need large models that use clips. They need to be painted so large models and small nozzle 0.25. Oh, that's gonna take forever. You sure you can't use a 0.4? The problem with those bigger nozzles or the small nozzles is they tend to jam to a shitty filament. Any little particulate could jam it, so you gotta be careful. Can't see the point of the nozzle cam. It's really good for internet point videos. Also, you can actually live adjust your Z offset really easily with it, which is nice. So when you're doing your first layer, it comes in handy, but otherwise, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. A bullet time rig for their 3D printer and crow's nest. Pants optional? Yes, pants are optional. What am I printing on the Saval? A surfboard, but in reality, a 500% benchy. So what we're doing, because it's the end of the year, we're reviewing, we're not reviewing, don't call these reviews. People, an unboxing is not a review. But we're taking a second look at a bunch of printers that I had looked at earlier in the year, but then we just kind of have been collecting dust since then. And one of them was this guy. So last stream we did the Cheaty. This stream we're doing this. On Friday we're going to take a look at the Anchormake M5C to see if they've managed to improve it, because that machine I am so weird about, the Anchormake M5C, because it prints really good and it's built pretty damn well. It just has that whole app ecosystem that I don't like. So VZBot done. Functionally it's done, it just needs an enclosure. So we'll see, because I basically paused it for a bit, but we're probably gonna get back to it soon. I gotta figure out where to put it. That's also another problem. I have nowhere to put the enclosed VZBot, because I was hoping it would fit on the shelf. You can see it, it's right there, right? The VZBot's right here. The problem is with the enclosure, it won't fit there. I don't have like the rubber feet on it or anything. So we're gonna have to like figure that out at some point. So what I might end up doing is over the next couple days, reorganize this, and I might put like an actual work table along this back wall here so I can have the VZBot on the wall. So we'll see. Because if I ever get a Phoenix, that's living on the ground. Like the Phoenix would live on the ground. That's like the only place it could theoretically live in this and still be functional, is on the ground. So. Would you still recommend buying an X1C? P1S. Buy a P1S, get either the stock hardened nozzle upgrade kit, or get an Obsidian high flow upgraded hot end and swap that out. That's personally what I would do if I was buying a Bamboo. The P1S makes way more sense than the X1, like price-wise. It's half the price and it does pretty much the same thing. Like all you lose out on is like the LiDAR, that's not real LiDAR. A camera that is better, which again, you don't need a camera to have 30 FPS. You need a camera to tell if you're making spaghetti or not. That's about it. It's enclosed. Also, I think they do cheap you out and they give you like plastic feed gears instead of metal feed gears. But I think you could just buy the metal feed gears and swap them if you really wanted to. But yeah. Revo Obsidian. Yeah, there you go. You can buy the hardened gears. Well, there you go. Yeah, a P1S with like $100 in upgrades is a better buy than an X1 in my opinion. Like, I mean, I have an X1 Carbon. They sent it to me. But it, like, if I had to buy a Bamboo, I would buy the P1S and put like $100 in to upgrade it. A hardened nozzle and the metal gears for feeding. So, and swap them. Do you have a Lulzbot? No, I do not have a Lulzbot. I would never buy a Lulzbot. I mean, if Lulzbot were to ever want to send me a printer, I'm sure, why not? But they don't really make anything I find super interesting right now. Like, they make giant open air bed flingers that cost way more than you think they would. And also, for those that are like, yeah, but buy American. I'm not American, so that doesn't work on me. I've had people say that to me before. It's like, yeah, they're an American company. You should support them. I'm like, I'm not American. Yeah, Steve, they keep showing off that Core XY machine, but is it an available machine? Like, I know I've done a video with them about it. But like, they don't sell it. Like, you got the mini, which $1,300 for this. $1,300 for 160 by 160 by 180 for 1,300 American dollars. You can buy an X1C for this price. You got the Taz Pro for $5,000 with, I think it still has DRVs. The long bed is long edition for $8,000. $7,000 for the tall one. These machines are all ancient though. The only new ones they have are the Taz Sidekick and like, I swear, whatever company bought Lulzbot that is now Lulzbot, they just probably found a warehouse full of stuff they're just selling. Yeah, but apparently, yeah, I know. Everyone always rips on Prusa prices, but nobody ever talks about Lulzbot. Yeah, what was it? It was Jay's 2 cents. Did a little bit of 3D printing stuff earlier this year, or like last year, and it was sponsored by Micro Center. So you could tell it was like a thing where like Micro Center's like, okay, we're gonna give you like $500, or we'll just give you whatever machine you want and just make a video on it. And he probably went in there and probably got the most expensive machine they had, which was a Lulzbot, and he was like, this is shit. And then he went back and got like an Ender 5, which was like a million times better. Yeah, Lulzbot's still around. Well, no. The company that we know as Lulzbot isn't Lulzbot. The original Lulzbot founders, there's nobody at Lulzbot that was around when Lulzbot was like big. So they basically sold the name, the brand, and all their assets to somebody else that is now the new Lulzbot. And I think they just kind of exist off of servicing their old contracts and whatnot. Bed slingers are the new future. I know. After Bamboo's whole thing about no more bed slingers, and then they come out with a bed slinger, and then they do it again. That's bravery. That's bravery. Fun fact, you can make decent bed slingers. No more Polar. Yeah, they should. You're gonna go check the old that blog post, and they modified it to say no more Polar printers. There we go. Now nobody can complain. They look pretty sturdy. Yeah, they're very sturdy, but they're very. It's a very old design. Like even their newest model is a V-wheel bed slinger, basically. Bamboo Polar printer confirmed. It's cost cutting. Oh yeah, like it's amazing what they. I kind of want to get my hands on an A1 just to tear it down. I know Vector already did that on his live stream, but they really had to work to get that machine to that price point. They really had to work to get that machine to a price point like that. Because the problem with those cheap machines, you do not have the profit margins that you do on the larger machines. Bamboo will do a Delta. I don't think they'll do a Delta. They need to do a larger machine because that's something people keep bugging them for something bigger than 250, and they just keep making 250 and smaller. Like they need, if they were to come out with literally a P1S that was just 400 cubed, it would sound like gangbusters. Like seriously, if they came out with essentially just the P1S, put a high flow, it comes with a high flow obsidian and the hardened metal gears for long life, and functionally it's just a P1S, just 400 cubed with the obsidian high flow bundled in, and or even just like the bamboo one, so you can easily swap the nozzles, because in a machine that size you want to swap nozzles relatively often to take advantage of the big form factor. But yeah, 450. The problem is once you get above 500, then shipping becomes crazy. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. If you're shipping a fully assembled machine that requires a pallet, it costs over $1,500 to ship Phoenix to the UK, for reference. Now, it's a 306-pound pallet. Because once you get above a certain size, it just becomes expensive to ship it. P1 with longer rods. Well, they did that to themselves going with rods. That's why I said 400. That's about as big as you could probably go with rods that size. Like even at 300, I had issues at my V1 that was 300 on 8mm rods. The SV06, yeah, the SV06 is 300 by 300 by 340. They just barely get their bed straights now. I doubt. Terex, who cares? They got a bed mesh. The bed mesh will take care of any taco of the bed. No worries. Just hope you never need to print anything that's straight. That's very tall. And it needs to actually sit on something straight. So just a heads up, the stream will be ending around 1:30 today. Trident doesn't do 300 cubed. I mean, I've got a 350 Trident on the floor right here, but it's only 250 in the set. And then he's not here today, but Apulo, who's often in chat, is building a 500 rat rig, or a 500 rat rig right now, VCore 3. What is 130 in UCT? I don't know. In 25 minutes, we're ending stream. It fails at the edges. I have 3 out of the 6 that have edge problems on me. Like, what do you mean fails at the edges? Do you mean like bed meshing? Or do you mean like the heater? Yeah, LDO does a 300 cube Trident. It's the stock default size of a Trident is just 250 because the integrated lead screws are 250 it's designed around. But if somebody makes a kit that's bigger, or you sell source, you can always build it however big you want. Like, you can build Vorons bigger than 350. You just have to start tweaking the design, like going with like 4040s instead of 2020s for the frame and whatnot, so you can beef it up. There are quite a lot of 500 rat rig V cores. That's like a really good size. If you were serious, like I knew Apollo's building his for like astromech stuff. Like if I were to like seriously get into doing like you know, I am working on doing, this is now the second suit of armor I'm doing after the Mando armor, but this is the first suit where like everything is big and I'm like, oh shit, I kind of want a large format printer now, because I've been doing just fine with like, you know, smaller stuff, no issue. But I mean, like, put it in perspective. So this is what I'm printing on the bed right now. And then I need to print the chest piece at some point. Here's the chest piece. It's 395 by 302 by 396. So yeah, I gotta somehow fit that on a machine. And then also there's the back piece, which this lines up about here. Yeah. So yeah, so this sits right about there. So yeah, so I gotta fit both of these on. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a Phoenix right now, especially with some dissolvable supports. Ooh. But alas, no. Thinking about using the Kraken from an XVZ bot. That'd be interesting. I have a Kraken on the way. I need to figure out what to put it in. We'll see. Send Steve the STLs. Steve, yeah, but then he's got to send me the part, and he lives in California. I live in Canada, eh? A subdivision. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to split it into parts. I'm obviously gonna have to split it into parts. I know that. Yeah, that's something I know I'm gonna have to do. This is a super exciting print to watch, isn't it? CA to CA, what's the difference? Exactly. Canada, California, it's the same. Okay, this is cool. So for some people this means absolutely nothing, but Scum Art just did a little quick. So if you don't know who Scum Art is, he's an artist. He does streaming and whatnot, but he's doing like, do your profile picture in a minute, and there's me. Ah. That's cool. Powder. No, it's not a powdered cap. It's this. It's my profile. It's my Christmas profile picture. Any tips on printing TPU on a Mark III's that under extrudes? Ooh, make sure your tension is okay. Make sure you're using the right profile and Prusa slicer. It's hard for me to say because the few times I've used TPU on my Mark III, it just worked. What's with the Zombie? What we're doing to wrap up the year is I'm taking a look at printers that I've unboxed in the previous year or so that I haven't really done anything with. So what we're doing is we're digging printers that I've done a print and chill with, where we just unboxed it, we did a print, and then it's gone to the Land of Dust collection. We're throwing the latest firmware on here using the newest slicer profile, and we're just kind of seeing how it goes. So we're doing a 500% benchy. Why? Because I don't know, why not? It's gonna take a day. Because we did that with the Cheaty +3, and I wasn't too happy with the results. But we did throw a full ABS part at it, and it's, yeah, I'm not happy with the cheaty results. I'm gonna have to reprint that. Also, it like completely like missed areas. You could see through the print. If I could see through the print, that's usually not good. But yeah, the cheaty is under extruded a couple times. So that's garbage. Any tips for faster printing? Bigger number. If you have a high, in terms of faster printing, you need to know what your max flow rate is of your hotend. There are different ways of doing that. You can just look at the documentations, and then aim under. So if your hotend is good to 20 millimeters cubed a second, maybe max your profile out so the maximal flow is like 18 millimeters cubed a second. And then also print faster on things that don't matter, but print slower on things that do. So print slow on your outer walls, print fast on your inner walls, and print stupid fast on your infill. Simple as that. And a few other things. Any tips for kidney stones? Pray to whatever deity you believe in. Oh, ideas for the rebrand? We're going to be talking about it on the members stream on Thursday. So if you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you're going to hang out with that. I'm not actually going to say what it is until the actual rebrand happens, because I need to like get websites and whatnot, like email accounts or whatever, locked down to make sure. I think I know what name I'm going with. It's not going to be like the current thing where it's just going to be my name. So it's not going to be like just Taylor Benoit. Like, I'm just not going to have my name as the channel name. That I don't like that. But I'm Nero 3D, but that doesn't tell you anything. Like 3D kind of gives you some indication, but like it feels really weird when I'm talking to people at these trade shows. It's like, oh, you're a YouTuber. You got 3D printing nerd. You got people with like names that kind of give away what they do. And it's just, I'm just Nero 3D. Yeah, no, not the crazy Roman emperor. It's named after the CD burning software. So the channel will be a more creatory name, but it'll still be kind of on brand. I think we should be okay. I think I know what I'm going for. I'm just kind of also spending time making sure nobody else is already using it. And no, it won't have layers in the name. Who came up with the name? I did in like 1998 when I needed either, I can't remember if it was either for my Battle.net name or the Hotmail account I needed to sign up for Battle.net. I can't remember which I used first, but I needed a name, and at the time I went with Nero because we had Nero burning software on our desktop, and I thought that sounded cool. And then I was playing, I can't remember what game, but there were bad guys in it that were like Uber something. So I knew the word Uber was somehow like, I knew of that name at that time. And I'm like, that sounds cool. Uber Nero. That's what my StarCraft account was, or Battle.net account was, or Hotmail was. I can't remember which one it was first. And then that just kind of became just Nero 3D. So like technically my YouTube account is Neroga. Neroga, because that's what my World of Warcraft character was in 2006 when I created my YouTube account to upload World of Warcraft videos. So, yeah. I just kind of rolled with that name. But the thing is, though, now it's a job. So the name might change this year. Because one of the big things I'm aiming for this year, in 2024, is actually just channel growth. And I'm married. I am married with a kid and a mortgage. It's fun. G-Code Kitchen. No, I'm not going to use anything other people have already used. Like, too many people have layers in their name. And the thing is, Stefan was one of the first people, but I think he announced the brand to Made with Layers, but he never actually used it for a while. So then a bunch of other people came out with layer channels. The problem is, I don't want to just be 3D printing stuff. And we do stuff other than 3D printing on this channel now. So I don't want it to be a 3D printing channel. I want it to be a more just hobbyist tech channel kind of thing. Who came up with your new name? Well, I did. But I don't know for sure if it's what I'm going with. And only benchies. The thing is, though, I've got benchies is kind of its own thing, though. The 3D benchy is a thing with its own licensing rules and whatnot. And I'm kind of playing a little close to the sun already with the only benchies branding and merch, in my opinion. I think it's okay. And I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it for defending copyrights. But anyways, I wouldn't brand an actual channel that, though. Same with TaylorMade. I know a bunch of people are like, oh, your name's Taylor, make it TaylorMade. Yeah, I don't want to be sued by a golf club company. Neuro Tech Tips. There's another Canadian that kind of already uses something similar. Previous layer nerd. Just mash it all together. Just mash it all together. And then there's going to be a weird period where it's like, I change the branding ever so slightly, because you don't want to just completely change it overnight, because then people don't like, no. So you don't like just change it overnight. It's like all of a sudden you wake up one morning and it's like, I'm an FPV channel, everything's FPV branded, and all the content I do is FPV, and y'all leave. So what you have to do is like, you change the name of the channel, but you don't change the logo. And then you change the logo, and then you start acknowledging it in the streams. Like, you have to like slowly roll it over. So. Tom's latest video. What do you mean his latest video? What is his latest video? So it's talking about beds. The video's 4 hours old. It's got 30,000 views. He's doing okay. Like, so this was his rebrand right here. So 115, 150, 100, 60, 160, 60, that, and before 100, 130, 90, 60, 60, 100. No, his rebrand hasn't hurt him at all. If anything, he's doing a little bit better since the rebrand. Yeah, he's doing fine since the rebrand. PI print beds, these are pretty great. Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you do nothing but videos on a specific subject, 3D printing, eventually you hit all the big stuff. Like, like it's like me, I've got videos on Clipper and whatnot. At some point, I'm gonna have to redo those videos because they're out of date, but then it's just double dipping. Like, you can only do so many how to level your bed videos, essentially. So. And like, printer reviews are kind of a dead end. Like, let's see. Bamboo A1. How's the Bamboo A1 doing? Okay, so Ryan Vine, 12,000, 500 views. Mobbots is at 40. Lost to Text 11. Faux Hammer 47. Who's Faux Hammer? Uncle Jesse 48. 69. Galactic Armory. Yeah, he's upgrading his to X1s, but he's not happy they don't make a large one, which, considering he sells helmets, makes sense. Adam Savage's is 150,000 views. Where is CNC Kitchen? Or no, that's the A1. That's 111. Yeah, the A1 Mini's 150, so there you go. Grant Stream 3.4, Aurora Tech 30,000, and CNC Kitchen 134,000. That's the thing. The thing with reviews, in case you haven't noticed, I don't do reviews, and a bunch of other YouTubers don't really do reviews anymore. Like, you saw some people do A1 reviews because the A1 was kind of known to be was going to be a big ticket, so you knew the video would get views, but like, you're seeing less and less actual printer reviews because they're so hard to do. Doing a 3D print review is not worth it. The amount of time it takes your average person to do everything you would need to do a review properly, and then you put the video out and you make $100. Like, AdSense don't pay out what you guys think it does. So that's why you see sponsor reads on review videos. It's the only way to make them worth it for a lot of people. Because if all you do is make money off of just YouTube AdSense as your channel, like you don't live stream, you don't have channel memberships, you have to like sell videos. You need ad reads, like it especially with, you know, a niche thing like 3D printing. You're not going to be making enough off just AdSense unless your channel's huge, and there's not a lot of huge 3D printing channels. Kisker, Bamboo could just go become obscure until they make a large form factor. They are done in my book. The thing is, Kisker, your book is small. Okay, this is Kisker's book of wanting big large format printers, and here is the generic I just want to print meme prints that are on the internet book, and it's like this big. So if I'm gonna sell books to people, and there's a market for books this big already, and then there's a market here where the machines cost more and have a smaller profit margin, versus, you know, people who want to print the shitty meme prints in PLA. This is the market. Standard flow bed slingers are the most common printer out there for a reason. 250 is the sweet spot for bed sizes. It is. Don't get me wrong. There is demand out there for large format printers. That is a thing. But it's like when E3D came out with the Revo, they came out with the standard flow version first, and people were like, why no high flow? It's like, well, they're working on high flow, and if they had high flow now, they would come out with it. But you aim at the biggest market first, or depending, you know, sometimes depending on what you're coming out with, it's better to come out with a smaller market, higher price thing with a bigger profit margin than, you know, you can make the money off that to fund the stuff with less profit margin that you sell more of. It's like the milk rule in grocery stores, right? It's a loss leader. You reach much new people looking for new printers with reviews. It depends. It depends. Like my review videos, like look at my channel. Let's see here. Like, you guys know my channel's isn't the norm when it comes to this kind of content. Let me see here. But like in terms of videos, my most popular video is a video just talking about Clipper, input shaper, installing Clipper on an Ender 3 V2. Oh God, back before the beard. Choosing, this video is so out of date, it's ridiculous, yet somehow it still gets views. Pressure advance made easy. This is the old way of doing it before, you know, we push a button now. It's a lot of Clipper stuff, gantry racking. This video is probably my most proud video that's actually up here. This and the Clipper video. But yeah, it's Clipper stuff that does good. And then, like, you know, lubrication basics. And then you're down into 70,000 views. But what you want to know what's really surprising? You know what video got the most views on my channel last year? So in terms of like year to date, in 2023, guess which video got the most views on my channel? It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. You ready? It's this one. For some flippin' reason, part 1 of this Lecter Pro kit for a Voron V01 build, somehow it has 187,000 views. It had like 10,000 at the start of the year. It just popped off this year. The algorithm just like grabbed it and just went with it at some point this year. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to 150,000 views on a 3-hour live stream. For me, it was part 8 of the Tridex build, says Steve. Yeah, like even the Saval video, this printer, somehow the live stream of it got 100,000 views. That's more than any of the review videos did on it. Saval SV06 Plus. Okay, filters, view count. Okay. So these videos don't count because they linked them on their website, probably. So that's how you have almost 1 million views on a Saval SVO6 Plus. So these are probably auto-playing on their website. Kelly Blogs. I have no idea who that is. The next layer, this isn't an SVO6. Maker's Muse. So his video did 177,000. SVO7, it's not a game changer, but okay. And then a live stream. And my live stream took a lot less work, I'll be honest. It took a lot less work to produce than doing a full review. How much infill? It's like 15%. Why not using the VZBot? Because that's not what we're doing on the stream today. We're taking a look at printers that we took a look at earlier in the year. After Christmas, next week we'll be enclosing the VZBot so we can print ABS on it. I just need to, the problem is I haven't enclosed it yet because I literally don't have somewhere to put it once it's enclosed. So we will take another look at it, the VZBot, after Christmas. We'll enclose it and we'll get it put to work printing stuff. But for now, yeah. But for now, let's do a giveaway. So we're gonna be doing the Wheel of Names in 3 minutes. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. YouTube was aggressively recommending the how to build a square frame. Well, watch that video and like the smash button. Any chance to mess with the A1? Nope, I have not. Bamboo did not contact me to send me anyone. I didn't contact them to ask for one, and I don't have one. I'm not gonna go buy one. Because it's a machine that I personally would not really use. So I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy one. US only? No. You can get them in Canada, they ship to Canada. They feel so cheap. Because they had to get the price down. I mean, they're using a hot plate heater to heat the bed. I mean, it works, but you could tell they had to cost that machine down to get it within the budget that they're aiming for. The AMS and everything is so cheap. Well, the new AMS Lite is a lot of injection molding parts. So the thing is, though, if you're doing a lot of custom injection molding parts, those machines cost money. Okay, we got 1 minute. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some filament, link in the video description. You know, like the electronics cooling, non-standard parts for the Printn include heater and temp probe and non-auto Z offset. Yeah, having to manually set your Z offset isn't that, like, for a machine of this cost, I don't expect auto Z calibration. I expect it to be able to bed mesh, and for the ability to live adjust your Z for a machine of this cost. Electronics cooling, it doesn't even have a fan. Oh, it does have a fan in there for electronics cooling. But as far as I'm aware, it's tied to the print cooling fan, so you kind of need both. But it's designed to a price point. It's designed to a price point. Like, when the machines are this cheap, you kind of have to expect it to not be perfect. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So if you have not entered, you will have another chance on Friday. So let's copy all these. And then also, don't forget, not this Saturday, but next Saturday is the New Year's Eve giveaway live stream. I may start a little bit earlier in the evening. Might start like 6 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. on the Saturday for the European folks, so you can come out for a bit. But we will be doing the New Year's Eve giveaway live stream next weekend, because it's New Year's Eve, so the 30th. So give me a number between 1 and 30. I need a number between 1 and 30. It'd be 6. All times that I talk about are EST. 17, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go, 17. Round and round she goes. Where she stops will be right here, right here, right here, right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah, I knew it. Chris Allen. Congratulations, Chris Allen. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Make sure you answered your question right. You did. Congratulations. It's amazing how many people, we usually get like 5 people a stream who don't know how to do a simple 1 + 1. There we go. So congratulations, everyone. Golf clap in chat. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it there. That's printing away pretty good. That's printing away. Everything seems to be printing pretty printingly. So let me just double check that. So I think we're gonna call it. Yep, that's coming along good there. Sweet. Okay. Did anyone win last time? No? I mean, if they did, it's completely random, and I don't limit people to 1 per thing. But I mean, random. I mean, technically he had the same odds as everyone else. If they did win twice in a row, that's just really weird, but cool. But we're gonna call it there because I need to eat something before I go pick the little guy up from school. So again, I'm gonna try and have a Twitch stream tomorrow. So pay attention on the Discord for the notification for that, and follow me on Twitch. Links somewhere on the YouTube page. I don't know where exactly. And then Thursday will be the members only live stream. So if you're a YouTube member, a Patreon supporter, and I'll try and remember to set it up tonight where you can link your Twitch account with the Discord as well. So if you've got Twitch Prime, you can get in for free, essentially. That will be Thursday. And then Friday, we'll do another stream like this, probably the Anchormate M5C. Yeah, so we're gonna call it there. So again, shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we're giving away this stream and every stream. Links to them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. For those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. And yeah, I'll post pictures of this when it finishes on Twitter and Discord and all that. So yeah, so I will see you Friday. It's the week before Christmas. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you whatever day you watch me next. Goodbye.